Recording started. Right. Bhaskar, previous video chusava. So today we are discussing about the in Jenkins we have a concept related to this users management. We are going to practically implement this part also in Jenkins. Right. So what is this user management in Jenkins? Now let's try to understand about this. So Jenkins is a popular open source automation server widely used for building, testing, deploying applications. Yes, correct. We all know about this. User management in Jenkins also a crucial part, okay, for controlling access to resources and ensuring secure collaboration in teams. With proper user roles and permissions, you can define what users can view, what they can modify, or what they can execute within the Jenkins. Now see here, in Jenkins, we can add users. We can add the users in Jenkins. But what is the purpose? Why to add users? Why they are required for Jenkins? Right. Now, any idea? Uh, Bhaskar or else Padma, any idea? What is the requirement? Why we need to add users in Jenkins? Okay. So actually, as a DevOps engineer is busy running pipeline. DevOps engineer will take care about running the pipelines. Now there are different types of roles, right? There will be a developer role. There will be a developers, right? And there will be testers. Okay. And there will be a admin. That like this different types of job roles will be there. So what the developers will do. So sometimes the developers may ask log into Jenkins dashboard. Why? Because if they want to check the logs, actually they want to check any once the code is getting run, okay, code అనేది రన్ అవుతున్నప్పుడు ఏమైనా ఎర్రర్స్ వచ్చాయనుకోండి, those errors they want to check, okay. For that purpose they might ask you for the login request to the Jenkins, or else testers also they might ask you login into Jenkins to do their related jobs, right? So these all developers, testers, admin to check and run pipelines, right? They can run pipelines. Overall access we will give him, right? So as an admin, he might have the overall access and he will check everything is working perfectly or not, right? As a don't assume that only DevOps engineer responsibility is to work with Jenkins. There might be some cases where developers might ask, testers might ask, right? Admins might ask for the login purpose into the Jenkins. So once the login was done, they will check their related tasks and works, whatever they are available in the Jenkins, right? So what we will do means we will provide the access to the developers, but we will restrict them, okay. These developers should not see everything, whatever the jobs. There might be n number of jobs, right? N number of jobs in the Jenkins dashboard, right? Jenkins dashboard, there might be n number of jobs, but here the developers, we are giving restriction to these developers. So what they will do means, what type of restriction we are providing? Only their jobs related, only specific jobs related to them, they must able to check it out, and only finding something related to that job, it's their duty, okay. So we are restricting like that. We should not provide entire access to these developers or testers, right? So if why? Because if we provide entire access to Jenkins means they might modify any other things, right, which is not relevant to them, right? So in that way, we need to restrict these all the users, right? So that's the reason why we need to create the U. Okay. So Jenkins is right. So here once read this one. With proper user roles and permissions, you can define what users can view and what they can modify or what they can execute. So we should not provide entire access, right? So we need to specify what should they view and modify and execute within the Jenkins. Now Jenkins provides a flexible way to manage users roles uh, using some plugins, right? For user management we use a plugin called role-based authorization. You might already know if you watch my previous video. Jenkins, right? So users manage plugins concept I already told you in the previous video also. Again here also what we are doing for managing users also we require one plugin. This is nothing but the plugin, right? Once this plugin was installed, this plugin will help us to manage the users. Okay, this plugin will help us to manage the users. So one more option will be shown in the Jenkins dashboard. So in the settings area, so there you can see one more thing. Okay, so by using that option we can manage the users. So this is the plugin which we require to manage the users, right? So plugin installation is important. So this plugin allows administrator how this plugin will help out. See, this plugin allows administrator to assign specific roles to users, ensuring that everyone has the appropriate level of access, right? Appropriate level of access. So real life example I also have given here. Imagine your team is working on an application. Okay, app is nothing but the application. So there might be developers, there might be testers, there might be admins. So what the developer's job? Need to log in into Jenkins to see if their code is working and builds are passing or not. Can anyone tell me what are the 5 stages that we have in the Jenkins? What is the first stage?
Continuous download.
Yes, exactly. Continuous download.
Continuous build.
Continuous build.
Continuous deployment.
Continuous deployment.
Continuous test.
Continuous testing.
Continuous delivery.
Continuous delivery, right? So these are the 5 stages we all know, right? These are the 5 stages in the Jenkins. Now downloading, building is a developer's role, right? Downloading the code, building the code. Building is nothing but here what you are going to build. Here you are building here going to build the artifact. Here you are going to build the artifact. Continuous deployment means we are going to deploy this artifact from here to Q&A, right? So continuous testing means the testing team will come and test the code, and continuous delivery means this is the final approach directly from the dev server to we are going to deliver the artifact to the production, right? So in this way these all things will happen. So as per the requirement we are providing the access to these members, developers, testers, administrators by using this role-based authorization strategy plugin. The developers need to log into Jenkins. What is the purpose of logging into Jenkins for the developers? To see if their code is working properly or not and building is passing properly or not, right? Next, what is the tester's job role here? They will check. They will actually testers will run some testing scripts and check whether all the test cases are working right, or else or else the application is going down, or else it might be the script is getting failed means the application is not working properly. right? They will check both whether the scripts are working properly and the application is also is it working properly or not. Next, admin's role means creating and manage all pipelines, fixing the issues, and make sure Jenkins works for everyone. Right. That is the role for the admins. Right. So different types of users are not. These all are developers is one user, testers are also users, admins are also users. Right. Everyone is working in a Jenkins. Right. So if everyone used a common account, it would be chaos. My developers might accidentally delete testing data. See, for suppose in the Jenkins, now assume that number of jobs are there, right? Different types of jobs they might have. Job one, job two, job three, job four, like this. Different n number of jobs are might be there, right? So now, what this developer will do, developer, if you provide the access to the developer for the entire Jenkins, they might delete another jobs also, right? Because they should not interfere in the another jobs because it's not related to them, right? There might be some other developers, their jobs also might running in this Jenkins dashboard. So we need to provide some restriction, right? So if everyone used a common account, it would be a chaos, right? And developers might accidentally delete the test data, right? So testers also working here. So testing team will write some testing scripts. So they might delete the scripts, right? Developers by mistakenly, right? It might happen. So testers might mess up the pipelines. No one would know who made what changes, right? So testing for the testers also we need to provide restrictions, right? They should not interfere in another jobs, right? So by creating users, everyone get their own key to the house and knows their limits, రైట్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ దీనికి చెప్పాలంటే ఇప్పుడు మీరు మీ ఇంటికి తాళమే లేదనుకోండి, అప్పుడు అందరూ వెళ్ళిపోతారు లోపలికి లేదా? మీ హౌస్లో కీస్ లేదు, లాక్ లేదు, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? అందరూ వెళ్ళిపోతారా? ఆ, మరి ఇప్పుడు తాళం ఉన్న వాళ్ళకే కదా మనం ఎంట్రీ ఇవ్వాలి, రైట్? సో దట్ ఈస్ ది గుడ్ ప్రాక్టీస్. లైక్ దిస్ యూజర్స్ కూడా మనం అదే విధంగా రిస్ట్రిక్షన్ అనేది ఇవ్వాలి, రైట్? నౌ setting up Jenkins on the AWS for beginners on Ubuntu. Let's go with the Ubuntu mission. Let's go with the practical approach now. So step one, what we need to do, we need to create one easy to instance. So now go to the I am in the Hyderabad region. Okay, click on launch instance. So just I am giving the name as here Jenkins. Roles. Scroll down. Which operating system? I am going for the Ubuntu 22 version. Click on confirm changes. Scroll down. Instance type, I am taking here T3 micro and I am creating one key pair. Click on create key pair. In the network settings, I am mentioning here security group description and this SSH port was enabled, and one more port I will enable, that is HTTP anywhere. Along with this I will enable HTTPS also, and here also I am setting it to anywhere. And Jenkins runs on the port number. Can anyone tell me which port number Jenkins will work on? 80. This is the port number. So we need to allow this port. Custom TCP, select it as type and port number 8080. We need to right. Okay. Provide. Next, after this, just click on launch instance. Only one instance I am deploying now for this practical part. Just click on launch instance. So the instance is getting launched now. Right, scroll down, click on view all instances. Right. So next thing, I'm going to log in into the mission. So you can see here what are the configurations that I have made. I have created one Ubuntu mission, Ubuntu 22.04 LTS AMI, and T2, instead of T2 I have taken T3 in my scenario, and I have allowed these ports. And one custom port also I have opened, that is I have set it as 8080. Okay. So step 1 completed, and just we have launched the instance also. Next, let's move to the step 2. Now, can anyone tell me what is the prerequisite for this Jenkins? There is some prerequisite for Jenkins. What is the prerequisite for Jenkins? Hmm? Yes. భాస్కర్ ఏంటి ప్రీరిక్యూసైట్ జెన్కిన్ కి? భాస్కర్ ఆర్ యూ దేర్?
Yes.
ప్రీరిక్యూసైట్ ఏంటి జెన్కిన్స్ కి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలంటే? Java. Prerequisite for Jenkins is Java, JRE. So first of all, we need to install the Java. So install Java. First of all, we need to connect to the instance. Select our instance. Click on connect here. Now scroll down. Here you can see connect option. Click on connect. Right. So I have connected to the machine. Now what we need to do? We need to install the Java version. So now tell me, if I give this command, Java will install or not? If I give this command, Java will install or not? Or I need to do any changes? Is this command correct? So don't take Java JDK 11, go with the 17. Then only it will work. Now press enter. It is getting downloaded now. After this, how to check whether the Java is installed successfully or not? What is the command that we need to give? Java space hyphen hyphen
Version.
version. భాస్కర్, నీకు ప్రీవియస్ వీడియో పెట్టాను కదా, ఆ వీడియో కంపల్సరీ నువ్వు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి. అది నీకు వచ్చిందంటే నువ్వు ఈజీగా ఇంటర్వ్యూస్లో క్రాక్ చేయగలవు, జెన్కిన్స్ మీద ఏదైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇస్తే. సో జస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ హియర్ కమాండ్ as java space hyphen hyphen version. Here you can see the version of the JDK. Okay. Now to install Jenkins, what is the process? Where I need to go? Just go to Google. Just type here Jenkins. This is the official website. Click on download, and here you find a stable LTS version. Scroll down. Just right click on this Java generic Java war package. Just copy the link. Go to your machine. and you need to say wget and paste the command here. Paste that link, press enter. JDK, this Jenkins is getting downloaded. Right. Jenkins downloading completed. Next thing what we need to do, how to run the Jenkins, we need to pass this command java space -r jenkins.var. This is the command to download the Jenkins. Now we need to run the Jenkins. Go to the machine and pass this command. If I pass this command, what happens? I will get the admin username by default. Jenkins only provide you the admin username and password. Right, password it will provide you to log in into the Jenkins. Right. So just go here, just press enter. Now see, this time I'm going to copy this entire thing and I will paste in the notepad. This is the password. If you missed this password, okay, it will be available in this location also. You can retrieve it. Okay, even if you lost this password, you can retrieve it from this location. Okay, now how to access Jenkins? So this is the URL. In this way, we need to http colon. Here public IP it is asking. Public IP means our machine public IP. What is the machine public IP? Copy that. Take that public IP, put it here, and I am copying this URL. I will go to new tab and press enter. It is asking for the administrator password. So already by default, Jenkins provided you the default password. You can log in with that password. Click on continue. So it will ask for the plugins to install or not. So select this installed suggested plugins. Click on it. Plugins are getting installed now. Bhaskar, up to now, any doubts? Padma, Bhaskar. In this DevOps concept, like from Git, Maven, Jenkins, right now, what we are discussing. Team రాలేదా
లేదు సార్ రాలేదు.
ఏమన్నావు దీన్ని
కాల్ చేశాను సరే వస్తామన్నాడు.
వన్స్ ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ వాట్ వీ నీడ్ టు డూ రైట్ వీ నీడ్ టు క్రియేట్ అవర్ ఓన్ admin user, right? So we need to set up the password, everything. Let me let this process get completed. The plugins is getting installed. Okay, now I am going to create one admin user. Username admin, password also admin, and scroll down, it will ask you for the full name also admin, email address admin@gmail.com. I am giving like this. for easy reference. And click on save and continue. Click on save and finish. Click on start using Jenkins. Now this you will land to this Jenkins dashboard. Right, scroll down. Now creating a configuring roles in Jenkins. Okay, this is the scenario based practical example which I am showing you right now. Step 1, first of all, to manage users, I told you we require one plugin. To manage users, we require one plugin. So go to Jenkins dashboard. Here you find an option called Manage Jenkins. Click on this Manage Jenkins. So how to install the plugins? Now I am going to show you. So after you go here, scroll down. Here you see under the system configuration, you find an option called plugins. Click on select this plugins option and go to available plugins section and just enter the name which you want to install. Search for this plugin, Role-Based Authorization Strategy. Okay. Just I'm going to enter this name here. Available. Just select this one and click on install. Now it is getting installed. Now select this option, restart Jenkins when installation is completed and no jobs are running. Now Jenkins will get restart. Once you do any changes, you need to restart the Jenkins. Then only the effect will active. Once after that, step 2, configure role. We need to configure this plugin. So again, we need to go to manage Jenkins and configure the global security under authorization. Select as role based strategy. Okay. Before that, already we have created one user also, right? Okay. Before this, what I am going to do, I am going to create two users. Just I am going to log in into Jenkins again, admin username and admin password. Right. Now I am going to manage Jenkins again. Scroll down. See here there is an option called users. Right. Under the security, you have an option called users. Click on this users. Now let's create only right now. If you see here, there is only one user. There is only one user. The username is admin. Let's click on create one more user. So I am going to name the user as Devi, and the password also I'm setting it to Devi and full name. Just I'm giving some random ID, email devi@gmail.com. Yeah, I am creating one user, right? Username is Devi. First user I am creating. Username I am taking it as Devi. One more user also I will create. User 2. I will name him as Kiran. Okay. These are the two users I am going to create. I am thinking that Devi is a developer and Kiran is a admin. Okay. Let's assume that Devi is a developer and Kiran is a admin. Okay. Now go here and click on create user. One more user created or not? Right. And again one more user also I am creating. Username is Kiran I am taking. Password and the full name kiran@gmail.com. Click on create user. See, now I have created how many users? 3 users. And this Devi user I have created, Kirana user also just now I have created. Now by using these users can log in into Jenkins or not. Now I am going to log out from the admin user. Now I am going to log into again Jenkins with the with this username Devi. And I am entering the password and click on sign in. See, Devi also can see each and everything in Jenkins. She can also go to manage Jenkins. She can also manage each and everything. So again, I am going to log out from this. Now I will log in with this Kiran username and password given. The Kiran can also see everything and he can also manage everything, right? So again, I am going to log in with the admin. So what is the difference between this admin and the other users? Then if the things are going like this means, see, you need to remember one thing. By default in Jenkins, when you create users, default nature is when you create users, they will also have all the permission. Okay. So by default, they are also admins only. By default, that is the Jenkins nature. So now what we need to do for that, we need to restrict access, right? So for that, we need to configure this plugin, what we have installed previously. That is nothing but the role-based authorization. Now go to the manage Jenkins and click on now we need to select here configure global security. Under authorization, we need to select role-based strategy. Okay, right. Let's go there. Click on manage Jenkins. Go to security. See here you can see the authorization option, right? Here you can see the authorization option. Now under this it is written like this: logged in users can do anything. So that's the reason users are able to see everything and they can do anything. Now I am going to change this to role-based strategy. Only when you see this option means once you install the plugin, then only you will see this option. Okay. Now select this role-based strategy and click on apply and click on save. Done. Now what happens? Again I am going to log in with those users. Let me log in with Devi user. Now if I try to log in with Devi user, what happens? See here. You cannot see, Devi user cannot see anything. See, restriction is provided. Devi is missing overall read permission. The same thing happens for this another user also. Another user name is Kiran. I'm going to try to log in with this Kiran user. See, for this user also access deny. Okay. In this way we can restrict, right? So now we need to define some roles. Step 3, what we need to do? We need to define some roles. Now go to the manage Jenkins and global level roles. Roles here, 2 types will be there. One is global level role and item level roles. Okay, that those are also known as project level. Under the ప్రాజెక్ట్ లెవెల్లో కూడా మనం రోల్స్ అసైన్ చేయొచ్చు, గ్లోబల్ లెవెల్లో కూడా మనం రోల్స్ని అసైన్ చేయొచ్చు. నౌ navigate to the manage Jenkins and here you find the option called manage and assign roles. Okay, and click on manage roles. There you see these 2 sections. Now see here, I'm going to log in with the admin user now. Okay, click on manage Jenkins. Now scroll down. Here, if you observe, there is an option called manage and assign roles. Click on this manage and assign roles. See, under this manage roles, there are two options. One is global roles and one more is item roles. Right. Two types of roles, majorly two types of roles. What are the two types of roles that we have here? First one is global roles and item roles. Okay, item roles are also known as project role. Now, first we will work with the global level. Okay, so what I am going to do here? So I am under the global role section. I am going to create one new role. Example, the role name is developer. Example, the developer role name is developer. Select permissions relevant to developers. Here the checklist for the permissions to select. So I have provided you what to select also. No need to get confused here. So first of all, we will give the role name as what? Developer. So just I am going to name my role as developer. Now click on add role. See, by default, admin will have overall permission. You cannot do any modifications. See, I cannot select any option here. Now I have created one more role. Okay, this admin role by default it will be there. You cannot do any modifications. Okay, so now I have created one more role for the developer. Now for this developer, what I am going to select overall read permission we need to give. Right, there is a overall tab. Right, so here overall read permission I am giving. Right, next build read configure in job tab in the job section. I am going to provide build, read, and configure. So he can read the jobs, he can build the jobs, and he can configure the jobs also. Next thing, source code management. By using this SCM, he can give here the version, different types of versions he can create. Okay, so SCM option will be there at last. If you scroll here, just select this option also, tag. Okay, right, click on add. Oh, already existed, right? So after that, note, see note here, the run replay permission is okay, is implicitly granted if the job configure is selected, so you do not need to manually select it. Okay, no need to bother about this one. Again, if you want to repeat the rerun the jobs again and again, so this option is we need to enable it. For this purpose, we need to grant this option also. It's not recommended right now. Just for the reference, I have mentioned here the note. Okay. So one more role also I am creating. The role name is here. One more role, that is viewer. Okay. Just I am going here and just I am giving the mention name as role name as viewer. Just adding one more role. So here in the checklist, what we need to select here, overall read permission here also, right? Selecting read permission, job also read permission, view also read. So in the job section, I need to provide, I am providing read permission, and view section also I am providing read permission, right? So only this viewer role can see everything, but he cannot do any modifications, or they cannot run jobs, nothing they can do. Okay, so these are the two types of roles which we have provided, right? So let's, after this, just click on apply and click on save changes. So click on apply and click on save. That's it. Now we have, what we have done now, we have created a role. Created roles, two roles we have created. What are the two roles that we have created? One is developer role, and one more role also I have created, viewer role. Okay, These are the two roles which I have created. Okay, right. Next, now we need to assign these roles to the users. Now we need to assign these roles to the users. Again, we need to go to manage Jenkins, and here we need to manage and assign. Click on manage and assign roles, and we need to assign the role. In the global roles section, assign the admin role. Assign the admin role to the admin account. We need to assign the admin role to admin account. Assign the developer role. It is by default, it is there. I no need to do any modification. Assign the developer role to user responsible for running builds. Means here in our example, here Devi is a developer, right? We need to provide her this developer role, and viewer role for another user is also there. I have created one more user, that is nothing but the Kiran. Okay, let me just remove this admin. Admin is already available, right? So just he is a he is a normal user. Let's think like that. So just he is going to view each and everything what is happening, right? So like that. Okay. So Devi is a developer, and he is a Kiran is a monitoring. Okay, monitoring everything. Right. So now go here. Now click on assign roles. Now click on add user. Okay, already admin user is there by default. I did not add any user here. Already system added this admin user. Click on add user. Our username is what? Devi, and click on OK. And I am thinking this Devi as a developer, and one more user also I am going to add, Kiran, right? Kiran only na name is right. Click on OK. See, Devi and Kiran, I have added them both. Both the users I have added. And my assumption is Devi is a developer. I am providing developer role. This whatever ఈ పైన చూస్తున్నారు కదా ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఏంటి రోల్స్. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ ది రోల్స్, రైట్? So and Kiran, what I am thinking, he is a viewer. Just click on select this option viewer, and after that click on apply, con save. Now what happens? Now let's verify the functionality. What happens if I log in with the user assigned the role as viewer role? What happens? Kiran can see everything, but he cannot run the jobs. Okay. First of all, do we have any jobs? Let's go to the Jenkins dashboard. Jenkins dashboard, I am in the right. So let's create one job now. I am going to create one job. Okay. So okay. Now see here. I am going to create here sample project. Job name I am taking as sample project. Select here freestyle project and click on OK. Now scroll down. In the build steps, just here select it as execute shell. Just I am mentioning here echo welcome to Jenkins. Okay, just I have mentioned here echo welcome to Jenkins. Just click on apply, click on save. Now just go to this dashboard. The sample project is available, and I am going to click on this play button. Now the job will get run. Now you cannot see the iterations here. You need to do refresh it once. Now you can see first iteration happened. You can see the console output also here. See, welcome to Jenkins, job successfully. Right now, what we need to do? Now I'm going to log out from this user, admin user. After that, I will log in with the Devi user. Devi user can see this job, and she can run this job also, right? So we have provided that access to the Devi user. But if I change to one more user called Kiran, then he cannot run that job. Right now, you can see this play button here, but if I log in with the Kiran user, this play button will disappear. Now see what happens. I'm going to log out from this user. I'm going to Devi user. Here also Devi, click on sign in. But she cannot configure anything here. The configure option also disabled. Now if I want to do any modifications, here, okay, we can restrict this one also for this Devi user. If you don't require any configure, how to do that? See, I will show you. Right now, I'm going back to dashboard again. Now Devi user can see this job and she can run this job also. Okay, again if I do refresh, this time instead of one you will see two here because this job was run for the second time. This is the second iteration, right? So again I'm going to log out from here. Devi right now she can configure the job, but I want to disable that option also. Again I'm going to log in with this admin user and I will remove that access also. See? Go to manage Jenkins here, and here if you scroll down you can see manage and assign roles. Okay, so here see, as a for the developer overall read option is there, and here see job, it was in this checkbox was ticked here. Just I am removing this configuring jobs and click on apply and click on save. Now Devi as a developer she cannot do any modifications in her jobs. Okay, click on apply and click on save now. Now log out from the admin user and just try to log in with the Devi user again. Now see, if she try to modify this job, see, you cannot see. Now the Devi user can see any configure option now? No. Right? Because why she cannot do any modifications in her job? Because we have restricted the access. Right? She can only run the jobs, but she cannot configure anything related to this specific job. Okay. Now what I will do, I will log in with this Kiran user. Okay. This is the global level we have provided the access, right? See. Now if I logged in with the Kiran user, what is happening here? You cannot see any play button here because the Kiran user is having a read permission. He is not having any modify permissions or write permissions, nothing. Just he can read everything, right? So that's it. This is like this. We can manage the users in the global level. Okay. Now let's understand about the project level, right? Now let's go with the item roles. Okay. So any doubts in this global level roles? Is it clear, all of you? Bhaskar, global level roles అర్థమయ్యాయా?
Yes, sir. Admins.
Now let's go with the item roles. Right. So to understand about this item roles, okay, global roles means overall Jenkins, whatever the options you are providing, that will work. But item roles, how this work means, we can the users can access, we can give access, we can give you access to the users, we can give access to the users. Okay, at which level means at job level. Okay, at their job levels. Okay, what type of things they want to do, they can do. Here I will take one scenario. First of all, what I will do means I will create two jobs. This is one job, this is one job. Okay, so this is job 1. We'll name it as job 1, and here we will name this as job 2. Okay, two jobs we will create initially. and we will create users. Okay, but users should see their related jobs only. Okay, the users should see their related jobs only, not other jobs. Okay, so their related jobs only they need to see. This type of activity we'll do now. So job one, let's create two jobs first of all. Job name I'm taking here as job restricted, and another job type as job open. So go here and log out from the Kiran user. I'm going to log in with the admin user. Click on new item. Give the name here job restricted. Select freestyle project. Click on OK. Now go to scroll down here. Click on add build step. Execute shell. Just I'm giving here one message. Echo. This is restricted job. Click on apply. Click on save. Job created or not? Go to dashboard. How many jobs are there? One more job I have created. Job restricted. I will create in the same way one more job also, and I am naming it as one more project I am creating, job open. So go here and click on new item. Enter the name. Select freestyle project. Click on OK. Go to build steps. Click on add build step. Click on execute shell. Now again I am passing one message here, that is echo. This is an open access job. Okay, just pass the command and click on apply and click on save. Right. So total number of jobs, how many are there now? 3. Total number of jobs, how many are there now? 3 jobs. Right. Next, configure item role. Now we are working with the item role, right? For specific job acts. Go to manage Jenkins, manage and assign roles and project roles. Under this, add a new project role named what? Restricted acts. Okay, and we need to assign this permissions for this role. One more role we are creating now. Under which one? Item role. We are creating one role. Role name is restricted acts. Okay, right. Let's go to the Jenkins dashboard. Click on manage Jenkins. Here, select this manage and assign roles and scroll down. See, this is the global level role which we have performed just now. Okay. Sorry. Click on manage roles. Global level roles we have performed now. Now we move to next concept, that is item role. So I am going to create one role. The role name is restricted access. I am taking it as. Okay. Now it is asking the pattern. Okay. Okay, right. Now see here. The pattern I am giving this one, job restricted. Okay. This one I am giving. And click on apply and click on save. Click on add first. This role will be created first. Now we need to provide some permissions here. What type of permissions I am providing here for this role? In the job section, I am providing build access. Right. Now see here, there is a job section. Here I am providing here build access. And in the job section, I am providing read access also. Yes. Okay. Next, what I am going to do? View section is there. Under this section, I am going to check this also. Read. Okay. Let's scroll right. and here the view section is there. I am providing read access. Right. Next, what I need to do, and now you can save the role. Go here, click on apply and click on save the. Next, after this, assign the project role to a user. Assign this project role to a user. So how to assign this project role, we will understand now. Now let's go here and scroll down. And here in the, under the global level, one more role we have created under the item role now. So just mention that role here, job restricted. What is the role name here? Restricted access, right? Copy this role and add to the global level. See, okay. Now here what you will do means assign the restricted role to the user for the project, right? Okay. So overall, give the read permission. Accept this read. Don't give any permission. Now click on apply and click on save. Just I have created one more role and added to the global level also. Right. So now go to the assign roles. Now we need to assign that role. Now I am removing this developer role for the Devi and I am providing this restricted access for this Devi. Right. So click on apply, click on save. Okay. Click on apply and click on save. Now what Devi can do, Devi can see this job restricted only. Okay, only this option she can see and she can manage. Now if I log out from this user and if I log into Devi user, now what happens? Devi must able to see only her job. Okay, but here go to dashboard once. Okay, she cannot able to see, figure out what happened. Refresh once. Admin user is already there. Now I am going to log out from the Devi and go to the admin user. Click on manage Jenkins again. Go here, scroll down, click on manage and assign roles. Okay. Overall permission, read access is there for Devi. Right. Assign roles. Devi assigned to a role called restricted access. Okay, good. Now go to manage roles again. Scroll down. Here some changes we might do. Credentials. Okay. Configure, delete, read, discover, move, update, delete, create, fix, job level, read access I'm providing. So every job she will be able to see if I provide read access here. Assign the project role to a user. Go to manage Jenkins, manage and assign. Okay. Project role section, assign restricted access role to the user for the project job restricted. Okay. The user will see and trigger builds for job restricted. The user cannot view or access. So I have done one more modification here under the job section. I have enabled read access also for here. And click on apply and click on save. One more time we will verify here. Click on logout. Now again log in with this Devi user. Click on sign in. See now everything she can see, right? So but she should see only job restricted option. Only this is the job which we have assigned to her. So why is happening? So we need to restrict access. Go to manage Jenkins. Click on manage and assign roles. Now I need to remove this option, read option, and here thing seems correct. Configure the job restricted. Okay, enable for option. Configure up. Click up on apply and click on go to assign roles now. The term roles, add user ID, heavy, one okay, on apply, on save, to assign roles. Okay, click on log out here now. Now let's check again. Heavy user should see only one job. Yes, correct. Now see, Devi user can see only her job, not other jobs, right? So in this way, we can provide restriction for the users. So they cannot able to manage or else they cannot able to configure others jobs, right? Only their jobs they must be able to manage. Okay. In this way, you can assign jobs for the users. Only limited set of permissions you can apply on them, right? So now do one thing. You create one more job. Right. What is the job you will take it as restricted access role? Already I have created this. Now you create one more job. Right. Job restricted. Job open you create and check out with another user. Right. So so this is nothing but the project level, right? We have provided the role. Okay, this is nothing but the item role. This is also called as project role. So under project and job level, we have provided the access, and global level also we have provided the access, right? So we learned how to manage global level roles and project level roles, right? So you might have provided you some troubleshooting issues also. If you encounter with any troubleshooting problems, you can once read this document also, and there might be some common errors and fixes, right? Just go with this, and some tips also I have provided here. So in the upcoming sessions, we will discuss about these things possible. Okay. So I have provided you these details also. Just go through them. It will be very helpful for you. These all things, right? That's all for today class, and I hope any doubts guys, anyone? Bhaskar, Padma, any doubts?
సార్
Clear?
లాస్ట్ మంత్ దేవి రోల్ ఎలా ఉంది
ప్రాజెక్ట్ లెవెల్లో ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేసామంటే ఇక్కడ చూడు, ఇక్కడ మనం మిస్టేక్ ఏం చేసామంటే అడ్మిన్ దాంట్లోకి లాగిన్ అవుతున్నాను నేను. ఇక్కడ మేనేజ్ జెన్కిన్స్ ఉందా? క్లిక్ చేయి మేనేజ్ జెన్కిన్స్ లోకి వెళ్ళి ఇక్కడ మేనేజ్ అండ్ అసైన్ రోల్స్ ఉంది కదా, అక్కడికి వెళ్ళు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇక్కడ చూస్తే మనం ఐటమ్ రోల్ ఒకటి క్రియేట్ చేసాం. ఆ ఐటమ్ రోల్ని నువ్వు గ్లోబల్లోకి యాడ్ చేయాలి, గ్లోబల్ రోల్స్ కింద యాడ్ చేయాలి. బట్ గ్లోబల్లో యాడ్ చేసిన తర్వాత నువ్వు ఓవరాల్గా రీడ్ పర్మిషన్ ఒకటే ప్రొవైడ్ చేయాలి, మిగతావి ఏమి చెక్ చేయకూడదు. ఓకేనా? తర్వాత ఈ రోల్ ఏదైతే నువ్వు క్రియేట్ చేస్తావు, ఇప్పుడు ఈ రోల్ ఏం చేస్తుంది చెప్పు, వాట్ దిస్ రోల్ విల్ డూ? ఈ రోల్ యూస్ చేసుకొని దేవి ఏం చేస్తుంది, బిల్డ్ చేయగలదు తన ప్రాజెక్ట్ని, తన జాబ్ని. ఆ జాబ్ రిలేటెడ్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్ అంటే మోడిఫికేషన్స్ చేసుకోగలదు, ఆ జాబ్ని రీడ్ చేయగలదు, ఆ జాబ్ని వ్యూ చేయగలదు. ఓకే, ఇవన్నీ కూడా దేవి చేయగలదు. అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఈ రోల్ని మనం అసైన్ చేసాం, ఎలా అసైన్ చేసేయాలి? గో టు అసైన్ రోల్స్. మనం చేసిన మిస్టేక్ ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ కింద ఐటమ్ రోల్స్ అని ఒకటి ఉంటుంది, అక్కడ ఈ యూజర్ని మనం యాడ్ చేయడం మర్చిపోయాం. ఓకే, సో ఆ యూజర్ని ఎప్పుడైతే నువ్వు యాడ్ చేస్తావో అప్పుడు ఆ యూజర్కి పర్మిషన్స్ అనేవి అసైన్ అవుతాయి అనమాట, ఆ రోల్ అనేది వర్క్ అవుద్ది. ఓకే, నేనేంటంటే గ్లోబల్ రోల్స్ ఒకటే చెక్ చేశాను, కింద ఈ ఐటమ్ రోల్ ఉన్నదో చెక్ చేయలేను, అందువల్ల మనకి ఫస్ట్ టైం వర్క్ అవ్వాలి. తర్వాత ఐ హ్యావ్ యాడెడ్ దిస్ యూజర్ హియర్, దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు వర్క్. ఓకేనా? క్లియర్?
ఓకే సార్. అదే మొత్తం అంతా కరెక్ట్ సార్. అది ఓన్లీ మనం ఎస్ఎన్ రోల్స్ దేవి పెట్టడం వల్ల
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. ఓకే, ఏం డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా?
లేదు సార్.
Okay, try with another user also, you create your own role and check it out. Okay, so I'm going to end this session now.